guys, today in The Sims 4 we're going to be building this star shell. First thing you're going to want to do is create 4 stories of a square or rectangle shell. You can make it any size you want, but I did 6 by 7. I think you could have just done 6 by 6 also, but I realized that there wasn't a lot of space once I did the layout, so that's what I went with. I got this idea from Mimi Sim. I'll link her original video in the description box. But after you make your 4 stories, you're going to want to remove the first floor and pull the shell down so that it kind of hovers above the ground a little bit, and this might change later on just depending on, how tall or large the corners are. Next, you're going to place a half gabled roof on the ground and adjust the width to match the width of your shell. So because my shell is 7 squares wide, I will make the roof also 7 squares wide, but that depends on how wide your shell is, so just follow what you have. When you're adjusting the length of your half gabled roof, you're going to want to make sure that the height of it matches the top of the first floor. So you'll see me kind of playing around with it, and it should start to sort of look like this. Then I duplicated that same roof and I placed it in the same spot, and you can't really see it now, but it should also be on the ground, and adjust it to meet the center of the shell. So you'll see me pulling it so that it meets the middle part of the shell. Now you just have to duplicate both of these roof pieces onto the other side. Now I've had some trouble placing it in the exact same spot. It might eat into the shell a little bit, but just play around with it. Also make sure that your lot is big enough for this star. I had to move it a little bit. Thank God it fit perfectly. Next up, you're gonna wanna adjust the roof to be 1 square wide and pull one side of the eave holding shift to meet the width of your shell, and you're just gonna do this to the other side too. The reason why I didn't do it in the first place and then just copy and paste on the other side is because it reverses where the square is, so on the other side it would be in the front rather than the back. So this is just less confusing to me. If you have a better way, you can do it. And you'll see me adjusting the height of the shell again. Next, you want to take a half gabled roof and rotate it, place it on top of the first floor and match the width of the bottom roof. Bring it down if you need to. You don't want his hands to be super high up, right? And now I'm just going to duplicate the half gabled roof again, rotate it, and place it on the top of the second floor. And like the bottom roof piece, you want to match the height of it to the top of the 3rd floor. After you do that, you just have to adjust the eaves so that the corners touch. Usually I will just adjust one side, so just hold shift again and pull. Now you're going to do the same thing to the other side, and I'm speeding through this because I'm sure you get the idea. Now you're going to take a regular roof piece and place it at the top and just match the length and the width of your shell. You're going to pull the roof up so that it matches the angles of the other sides. Okay, last step, we're gonna adjust the roof to be 1 by 1, a 1 by 1 square, okay? And then we're gonna pull the eaves to match the width and the height of your shell. This is gonna be taking a lot of time. You're gonna constantly adjust, readjust, but it's so worth it because it hides that wall of the roof. And I will release a video later, but basically I made the roofs kind of all glass, and that's why it's important to cover those up. If you don't plan on making a glass roof, you could probably skip this step, but I just think it's cleaner so you don't see so much of the wall of the roof, if that makes sense. If you want to make your life easier, you can just download the shell on the gallery. I uploaded it there. You can find it under EA ID HILAZYSARA. You just download it and that'll be done for. But I just thought this was such a cool shell to kind of, play around with and figure out. I sort of did it a little bit differently than what Mimi Sim did. but I think her way is also, you know, it also works. Anyways, that is it for this shell. I hope you guys were able to follow along. I think next up I want to do a standing heart for Valentine's Day since it's coming up soon, but I don't know yet. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Bye!